Hey, welcome back to my YouTube channel, great people. I'm on my way to Karen. I am in Ridgeways right now, and in my last video I told you that your purpose is connected to leadership. In this video I just want to explain how that is so welcome back, and let's go, and then I'll tell you on the course of the journey, or I'll find somewhere to sit and just explain that to you, because it's very, very important. Thank you so much for coming in. As you can see in Kenya, sometimes we have sometimes very careless drivers. Sometimes they don't follow the rule. So yeah, that's Africa for you. Going to Karen. The other video, my last video started not very far from where I started today. It was still in Ridgeways. That's the other side, the northern bypass. Kiambu Road, by the way, for those of you who are not very conversant with this part of the world, or those of you Kenyans who are not who have not been to Nairobi, maybe. Kiambu Road for you. You see how crazy people are? Overtaking anyhow. This road has been expanded. It was 2 lanes initially, but they've not marked it because it's still under, I think it is still under construction. So how is it that your purpose in life is connected to leadership? Number one is that actually everyone is on earth because they have a purpose. There is no accident. There is nobody who is on earth by accident. You are here because you have a purpose. As long as you're breathing, you have a purpose in life. There is a reason for which you are on earth. What is purpose? Purpose is the reason for which a thing is done, created, or exists. So if it exists, it has a purpose. If it is done, it has a purpose. If it is created, it's because it has a purpose. So the first most important thing for you to realize is that you actually do have a purpose in life. Whether you feel like it or not, it doesn't matter. You do have a purpose in life. That is the first most important thing, because it has to be settled in your mind that you have a purpose. You have to know that. Okay, I'm getting into Thika Road. This is Muthaiga. I'm getting into Thika Road. That is Thika Road you can see ahead of us. So I'm joining Thika Road just for a bit, and then I'm gonna be off Thika Road. There is another way you can go to Karen from where I started. You can, I could have gone through Runda and then Westlands and joined through Kileleshwa, but I chose to go this way. Sometimes it's a bit faster, even though, is it longer? I think the routes are almost the same. So let me concentrate a bit, and then I'll continue the talk once we get to a point where the road is not very, very busy. Yeah, because it's important to focus here. It can be a bit. It's important to focus here. There we go. Some parts of this. There we go. I'm a little under the weather, so I have some cold, a little bit, but I've taken medication. So if I sneeze, please understand. This is Kenya. I am in Nairobi, the capital city of Kenya. Kenya is a country in East Africa. Kenya is a country in East Africa. So the fact that I said East Africa, it just means that I'm already in Africa. In my last video I said some people out there think Africa is a country. Africa is actually a continent. We have so many countries. We have over 50 countries in Africa. So I'm in Nairobi, Kenya. And it's important to say that because not everybody is Kenyan. And this video is going to be viewed all over the world, so it's always important to say that. This is Forest Road, for those who are not familiar with this particular part of the road. So it's important for it to be settled in your mind that you actually do have a purpose in life. Very important for you to know that. Because that's where it all always begins. You are not an accident. I know that there is the so-called evolution theory, which of course I don't believe in it. I don't believe in that theory, because it's just not possible that the world happened through an accident, scientific accident. I don't believe in that. I also don't believe in the theory of hips, that man came from hips. I don't believe in that, because where man came from, it's already provided. It's just that either people don't know or they don't want to get that information, but it's available. You have a purpose. Now, if we were to take the evolution theory or the accident theory, like I would call it sometimes, then the idea of purpose may, you may have to doubt your purpose. But we are not an accident. The world is not an accident. The world was created, and very carefully so. The world was created by a creator, and very carefully. I mean, and I have no problem with science. I believe in science a lot. Except when science goes off board. I mean, if you study the world, how everything is connected, there is just no way the world happened by an accident. Some crash happened in the universe, and there is just no way. It was carefully crafted by someone very special. In future, maybe we are going to talk about more on that. So you're not an accident. You're here by divine design, and you're here because you do have a purpose in life. We've gotten to another busy because I'm joining. So again, I gotta concentrate a bit, and then we'll continue this talk once we get to a point which is not very busy. Well, it's not as busy because today is on Sunday, so usually on weekdays the Nairobi is usually crazy. There's usually a lot of traffic jams. Of course, they do move a bit these days because roads, there has been some improvements on roads, especially the last government did a bit of improvements on our roads. Let's move with a bit of speed. I'm getting into Kileleshwa. Am I in Kileleshwa or still in Westlands? Those of you who know this part of Nairobi. Nairobi is an amazing city. If you're out there and you've always wanted a place to go and venture, please come to Nairobi, come to Kenya. Kenya is amazing. We have wildlife. It's an amazing country. Africa is just great, and Africa is where it is happening. I mean, it's the next big thing. I mean, opportunities are in Africa. Come visit Africa. You're going to enjoy it. I think I'll do several videos on Nairobi, just while driving, and talk while driving. I mean, I just need to click my camera there and drive. I was supposed to move. Somebody was hooting at me. Let's go. We are looking at Arboretum. That forest in front of us, is it a forest? I think it's kind of a forest. I don't know what we should call it. It's called Arboretum. When I was a kid, we used to come to, you see the wood, the many trees you're seeing in front of us, kind of forest. Yeah, you can go there and leisure. You can do picnics inside there. It's very smart. I'm gonna take you one of these days in one of our videos, and I think I'm gonna do an amazing video with an amazing topic there. It's called Arboretum. I have amazing memories of Arboretum. I used to come here when I was a kid. Lower primary. I don't know what grade that is. Lower primary. I mean, it's in our system now we call them grades, not primary. Class, standard, whatever. I think I used to be in class, maybe class 1, around class 6, 7, 8. I We used to come to Arboretum a lot, have picnics, friends. Sometimes we would use this road going to Westlands, the mall Westlands, to play games. So I have amazing memories on this part of Nairobi. I schooled, my primary school is like 2 kilometers about 2 kilometers from here, Kileleshwa Primary School. That's where I went to school. Amazing memories here. I think I should do a video. I should take us to that school. Maybe if that is gonna be possible one day I should do that. Do amazing videos, or maybe just give some talk. By the way, I usually do trainings, and part of the subject I deal with is leadership. So I might go there one of these days to train the students on leadership. I train institutions, corporates, churches, whatever, or whoever. You're in Kileleshwa, dear people. Kileleshwa now is flooded with, should I use the word flooded? With a lot of high-rise buildings. When I was younger, this was, we had bungalows all over the place. Now they demolished the bungalows. There are still some, but most of the houses now here are high-rise buildings. I think people who have not, if you're Kenyan and you've not been to Kenya for the last 15 or so years, you'll be a little amazed when you come to Kileleshwa, because there's a lot of changes here. A lot of changes. Yeah, because you could find a Kenyan who has not been to Kenya for the last 10, 15 years, 20 years even, some even 30 years. You'll be amazing. This country's been changing very much. Estates are changing. Places where there used to be bungalows, now they're just high-rise buildings. And then estates, we are having a lot of new estates all over the place. Some very posh, some not as posh, but estates all over the place. Did you know, by the way, that you do have a purpose in life? Did you? Did you know that there is a purpose in your life? It doesn't matter how you feel. It doesn't matter. You actually do have a purpose. Now, a purpose is usually discovered. You discover it. Like the way you go looking for treasure and then you discover treasure, or you discover something. Purpose is usually discovered. There are so many ways of discovering your purpose. Part of those ways could be through somebody talking like the way I'm talking to you. Somebody talking the way I'm talking to you. See on my right? I used to live somewhere up there on my right. I just passed the junction where I used to live. Amazing memories. One day I should take you people around and show you places I've lived in Nairobi. Amazing memories. So purpose is discovered. You discover your purpose. You discover it. If it is discovered, it means, well, if you don't do anything about discovering it, that you may never know it. So it begins with you knowing, oh, I actually have a purpose. So then now you have to discover what is your purpose in life. If you don't know what your purpose is, you need to stick on this channel. Please subscribe, like the video, and put on the notification bell, because you'll be notified whenever I come over and do videos. But most importantly, if you don't know your purpose, I'm going to be talking about all those things. That's the other subject, the other topic I talk about in my trainings. I talk about leadership, I talk about purpose, and I talk about potential. Just those three. But then within the three, there are so many other things to talk about, like your talents and stuff. So subscribe to my channel, because I'm going to be doing more videos like this, just educating us. Us learning. Sometimes I'm going to have some guests so we can discuss and we can learn from them, especially on different topics. This is a channel that is gonna bring a lot of growth in our lives, personal growth, personal development, because a lot of information here is gonna be helpful. And I'll do that while I'm doing things like driving or sitting somewhere or taking you to some picnic place or whatever, so that you're gonna enjoy. I just want to have fun while doing it. I don't just want to sit in one place and just talk. Sometimes I might do that, but sometimes I don't want to do that. I just want to drive around or walk around and do the videos, talk to you. We have a purpose, and purpose is discovered. You discover your purpose. You discover it. Actually, one of the most important thing for you as a person is to discover what is your purpose. It's so important. It's key. It's very important. Again, let me repeat, everywhere I'm driving today, very special, because these are special places for me. I used to walk around these places with friends in lower primary. In lower primary. Is it lower primary? From class 6, 7, because I moved around here just when I was getting to upper primary. It's actually upper primary. Upper primary used to begin from, is it class 6? I think class 6 or 4 or 5. I'm not very sure. Wow. I have some bit of cold, but I took some medication, so hoping to get well. I was out of Nairobi, by the way. I just came in 2 days ago. I had gone back to the village. You remember where I was going during the first video? I went back there and I bought, I think I bought, is it 6 more plants like I had bought the other time. I'm going to show you when I get back to the village. Actually, I'm going to do another video in probably in 2-3 days. It will include those plants. I've not planted them yet, but I'm planning to plant them when I go back to the village. So I'm going to show you them. This particular short section of road has been this way since I was a kid. Those days I'm talking about. Since I was a kid, it's been like this. So, and it's a bit rough. If you are looking at your screen, you notice it's a bit shaky because it's a bit rough. It's been like this for the longest time. I don't know why they've not planned to do anything. I think they're planning to do something about it, because I've seen it, like they are kind of preparing, to fill in those potholes, and you do cover it up. They are fresh. They need to refresh that one. It's rough. It's been hauled. The road is rough with some not big potholes, small ones, but it's rough. Where are we? Is this Kilimani, people? Those people who know this section of Nairobi? Is this Kilimani? Is this Kilimani? Where are we right now? I'm going to Karen. So I guess I should just join Gong Road here instead of going to join it up there. So I'm about to join Gong Road. It's Gong Road is like 100, like 200 meters from where we are right now. You're going to see that. I hope I can join it from ahead of us. I've never joined Gong Road from this particular the road that I'm using. I told you we have an issue. Kenyans, Kamba community, we do have an issue with R and L. Sometimes we mispronounce. So if I say road or whatever, I hope you will understand. Let's go, people. That's Gong Road ahead of us. We're about to join. I used a short, although I'm not sure whether it is a shortcut I used, but I kind of think it's a shortcut because during, yeah, we go. We are on Gong Road. If you stay on this channel, I think you're going to learn a lot of Nairobi, because I'm going to be doing a lot of videos like this, and probably some other Kenyan towns and cities. I'm going to be doing a lot of this. Just put the camera there and record while I'm just doing my business, and then I can talk to you about important things like purpose. So I might as well say enjoy the ride. We are still on Gong Road. Gong Road goes all the way to Gong Town. Gong is a Maasai name. Actually, Nairobi is also a Maasai name. Because in Kenya, the Maasai community used to belong to Nairobi. Maasai community used to live in Nairobi before it was a city, I think. Although those of you who know history, you can correct me. I'm not very sure, but I know that Nairobi is a Maasai word, and I believe Maasai used to live. Nairobi used to be part of Maasai land. Now it is a city, so now everybody is in Nairobi, and it's been expanding quite a lot. That explains why Narok, the county Narok, and which other county hosts the Maasai community? Narok and Kajiado. That explains why they are neighboring counties to Nairobi County. We are heading to Karen. There's some jam around. Traffic. There's some traffic around. You notice some roads are not marked because they are under either expansion, some kind of construction. If you have not been to Kenya for the longest time, enjoy the ride. I'm showing you our country. This is Dagoretti, the famous Dagoretti. On my right, which is on your right. In my last video, I kept confusing my right. I kept confusing my right and left and yours. I watched the video and I realized my right is your right, my left is your left. So I don't expect to make those mistakes again. Heading to Karen. If you just joined me, I am in Kenya, in Nairobi City. Kenya is an African country, a country in Africa, particularly East Africa. I am talking about the connection between your purpose and leadership. And I'm doing that while driving. Is it a good idea, people? I'm doing that while driving. Please subscribe to my channel. You're going to enjoy the video I upload here. Videos I upload here, that is. We'll have amazing content. It's a learning channel as well as an adventure. I'm going to take you to places while we learn about important things about our lives. Personal development, purpose, leadership, potential, all those. So subscribe to my channel, please. Support me. There's a time I made a mistake. You see on my left? There's a time I made a mistake and I took that turn. My God. It took me to like almost 30 kilometers. Because when you take that turn, you join that bypass. And I realized, I don't know who else has ever done that. I realized this bypass all the way up to Mombasa Road, I think we don't have a lot of options in terms of joining going to the other side and coming back. So I went to almost 30 kilometers. Jeez. I just made a mistake and I couldn't reverse. And I realized just after I took the turn, but I couldn't reverse. That's against rules, driving rules. You know, rules are important in life. This is why I told you this road is under construction still. It's under expansion. That's why some sections are not marked. I believe they are working on that. We are already in Karen. But Karen is huge. But we are already in Karen. I don't know whether that video is going to be long. I need to stop here. Shell petrol station. I don't know what this is. Hey, so I got to that petrol station. Then I started sneezing. Remember I told you I have some cold today. So yeah, finally I made it to the place I was going to in Karen. But then I had to rush home. Just drive fast, go back home after that to take some medication. So I've taken some medication. It's about an hour since I got home and I'm feeling a little better. So I decided to do this last clip, and then I thought to avoid this being the video being too long, I'm gonna have to do a follow-up video. So make sure to watch my next video. I'm gonna be talking specifically about the topic we started, and that is our purpose, your purpose, is connected to leadership, which is very important information. So make sure to watch. Also, please subscribe to my channel and make sure to turn on the notification bell so that whenever I do a video like this, you'll be notified.